yesterday was a dual streaming day of gameplay. First stream was Final Fantasy 16, and I was like, oh, this is excellent because we just had a big, boring-ass segment where we had to do fetch questing for Mid, who was building up the ship for your crew. You know, I guess this ship is going to be used eventually somewhere in the story. And you had to do, like, no exaggeration, about 90 minutes to 2 hours of boring-ass fetch questing, generic fights against enemies you've already fought. I was like, it's not very interesting. But this is good because it's out of the way. Today we can start right with story. Right? Right? No. Guess what? You end up in a new town, and you have to do more boring nonsense. You show up in the town, and one of the characters has had their merchant pass pickpocketed off of them. So now you have to spend, no exaggeration, about an hour walking in circles, talking with townspeople, essentially wasting your time just to get the pass back, just for it to advance to the next part of the major story. And literally the entire hour you're there has no bearing whatsoever on anything. It easily could have been removed from the game, and the game would have been faster paced and shorter, and you wouldn't have been bored for an hour. I said it last time. The pacing in the game is terrible. Whoever made the game essentially was a very bad game director and doesn't understand pacing of a game. They literally wedged in boring content that maybe should have been like an optional side mission as part of the main story to pad the length of their game. If you take out all these boring segments, this game is half as long, and it would have been a better game. It's pretty sad that this is what the game is, and so many people keep saying that they love it. Like, what a fucking game are you playing? I guess you like sitting around scratching your ass for 2 hours rather than doing anything meaningful in a video game. I don't know about you. When I play a video game, I like to actually play something fun and challenging and interesting. I don't like sitting around doing nothing for 2 hours until I get to that good part of the game. It's stupid. So anyway, we got through that, and then guess what? We got to a good part of the game. We got to about a 90-minute segment of action where we were in a city. The city was getting attacked. We had to fight some troops and then some enemies, some monsters, multiple bosses, and then finally got to another big icon boss fight. Admittedly, I thought it was all right, and then it started to drag on, and then the game jumped the shark. And it's that simple. Now, I don't want to spoil, because if you're going to watch the playthrough, you know, I don't want to spoil everything that happened. But let's just say, a lot of the times when I've been playing this game, I've been taking portions of it and comparing it to other tropes and other things, memes and things. I've been like, oh, you know, whenever there's a big icon fight, it totally feels like two kaiju monsters fighting like in a Godzilla movie. Like, Ifrit is basically Godzilla, right? And the other monsters all almost are equivalent to other Godzilla creatures that he's fought over the years. And then, whenever they're having their big fights, a lot of the times, oh, mash square. Oh, this is like, you know, in an anime when the two fighters are facing off and they're pushing against each other. Or like in Dragon Ball when two Kamehamehas are fighting each other, right? And there's like two energy beams, they're going, ooh, and you gotta mash the button or whatever. So I'm making those jokes, and then I shit you not, they literally do. I said, oh, so what are they gonna do? Are they gonna do this thing? And then immediately they did it. And I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. I mean, I was joking, and then they did it. And I was like, they literally have zero originality in this game. The entire game is like a fanboy meme game, where everything that happens is based off of something else from some other medium, and they just copied and pasted it together to claim like it's its own original entity when it's not. If I can joke about something that's about to happen in a fight, and it literally happens frame by frame how I said it would, that's pathetic. I could have made the fucking video game, so what'd I pay $70 for, right? So, in my opinion, it did jump the shark last night. And I was like, that's sad, because, you know, I was actually having a decent time with it, and now it's like, I'm going to have a hard time continuing on with this game, not laughing at every moment. I'm sorry, you know, it's just, I can't believe how low it's gone. And it's hilarious, because I keep telling you guys, I enjoyed Final Fantasy 15 more, I enjoyed Final Fantasy 13 more, I enjoyed Final Fantasy 5 Pixel Remaster more, and people are like, you're crazy. Like, no, I'm not crazy, I'm honest. I've played much better Final Fantasies than this before. This is like, you know, play school Final Fantasy to me. It really is. Like, I'm going to be honest with you, all right? Listen to this. Listen to this. You ready? Okay. I think I said this yesterday during the stream as well. You ready? Final Fantasy Mystic Quest. This is a dumbed-down version of Final Fantasy for the Super Nintendo from the 1990s. It was made to be like baby's first Final Fantasy, okay? Is a better game and a harder, more challenging experience so far than what Final Fantasy 16 has been for me. If only I could have clicked that a little sooner. So I challenge you to go find Final Fantasy Mystic Quest, because I think you're actually going to like it more. I'm serious. I can't believe, the more I'm playing Final Fantasy 16, I'm really trying hard to like it, and I liked the plot, and I thought that these big icon fights were good, but after yesterday, I'm like... And what's funny is, it's like, again, the people who seem to like this game are completely... Oh, no, that was one of the best fights in the game, and I'm like, oh my god, the fuck is going on with people? How did you like that? This is like, okay, this is like, all right, you just went and you watched, let's see, Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, and Halloween. And then you went and you watched Scary Movie that parodies them all. And you said, wow, Scary Movie is like amazing. It's like the best thing. Wait, no. Scary Movie just takes everything from the other movies and puts it together into one as a parody. No, it's the best thing. It's amazing. The best horror movie I've ever seen. It's not even a horror movie. Don't you understand? It's just meant to be like a meme. No, it's the best thing. Like, oh my god. I don't understand it. It's like talking to a wall. I don't understand how people like it so much. I just don't get it. Lifelong fan of Final Fantasy, I don't get it. All right. So anyway, we're going to continue on. We're now 29 hours into Final Fantasy 16. For what I'm to understand, there's about 10 to 15 hours left. From what people have told me, okay, we're past the most boring filler of the game. There maybe is one more segment where you have to do some filler shit, but for the most part, we're about to head into what's considered the final segment of the game, and apparently once you hit that, it is like full story development, meaningful fights, and all of that on all cylinders. Like, it gets really exciting, okay? So we'll see what happens, but we're making the full court push to finish this game, all right? We are finishing it, I swear to you. Okay.